Every day we wake up and face a world that never stops moving. Messages flood your phone before sunrise. Deadlines wait. People expect. Life demands. And somewhere between all this noise, your mind starts to race. You begin to worry about what could go wrong, about what they'll think, about what might happen tomorrow, about all the things you wish you could change but can't. That's where stress begins. Not in what happens, but in how you react to it. Not in reality, but in resistance to it. The Stoics understood this long before stress management became a trend. Epictetus said there is only one way to happiness, and to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. He wasn't being poetic, he was being practical. Because when you try to control what isn't yours to control, you hand over your peace. 1. The division of control. According to Stoicism, life is divided into two domains. The things you can control, the things you cannot. Your thoughts, your choices, your actions, that's yours. Other people's opinions, the weather, the past, the future, that's not. Simple, right? Yet we live as if we've forgotten this rule. We get angry at traffic, anxious about people's reactions, and worried about outcomes we can't predict. We let the uncontrollable drive our emotions, as if peace was something the world had to grant us. But Stoicism says peace is internal. It begins when you accept the limits of your influence. 2. Stress is a signal, not a sentence. When stress arises, it's not your enemy. It's a signal, a whisper that you're trying to control something that doesn't belong to you. You're stressed because you're fighting reality. You're resisting what is. The Stoic approach is not to suppress the feeling, but to examine it. Is this within my control? If yes, act wisely. If not, release it. It's not indifference. It's discipline. Because surrendering what you cannot control doesn't make you weak. It makes you free. 3. Focus is power. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while writing about peace. He faced wars, betrayal, and loss, yet his diary, Meditations, is a manual of calm. How? Because he focused only on what he could control, his mind. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoic mind doesn't waste energy on outcomes. It invests energy in preparation. You can't control the storm, but you can learn to sail. When your attention returns to what's within your reach, your breath, your response, your effort, you take back your power. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become the captain of your own state of mind. You're in the art of letting go. Letting go isn't easy. It feels like losing control, but in truth, it's regaining it. Think of your mind as a garden. Each thought is a seed. When you water worries about the uncontrollable, your peace withers. But when you water discipline, patience, and acceptance, your inner world flourishes. So when you feel the next wave of stress rising, pause and ask, what part of this depends on me? If the answer is nothing, then the only wise act is to let go. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. That's Stoicism. That's freedom. 5. Practical Stoic steps to dissolve stress. 1. Pause and breathe. Before reacting, take one conscious breath. It separates impulse from wisdom. 2. Ask the Stoic question, is this under my control? If not, shift focus. 3. Act, don't overthink. Do your best with what's in your hands, then move on. 4. Journal daily. Write what stressed you today. Identify what was within or beyond control. Over time, you'll see patterns, and peace will grow. 5. Accept impermanence. Everything changes. Resistance creates tension. Acceptance creates balance. 6. Detach from outcome. Care deeply about your effort, not about results. 7. Live by reason, not emotion. Emotion reacts. Reason responds. Each of these steps is a form of training, mental weightlifting. Every time you focus only on what's within your power, your mind grows stronger and calmer. 6. The calm within chaos. Imagine standing in a storm. The wind howls, the waves crash, but inside, silence. That's the Stoic calm. It doesn't mean life stops testing you. It means you stop being ruled by every gust of emotion. You become still. Not because the world is peaceful, but because you are. When you live like this, stress loses its grip. Because you no longer fight what you can't fix. You accept, adapt, and act wisely. 7. Closing reflection. Life will always be unpredictable. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. Circumstances will shift. But none of that defines your peace unless you let it. The Stoic secret is simple but life-changing. Focus on what you can control. Release the rest. When you practice this daily, stress becomes powerless because your mind no longer serves the chaos around you. It serves your reason within you. So the next time your thoughts spiral and pressure builds, remember this. You cannot calm the storm, but you can calm yourself. And when you do, the storm passes, or it simply no longer matters. Know what you can control. The core principle of Stoic philosophy. Most of life's suffering comes from trying to control things that were never yours to control. What people think of you, what the future will bring, how the world behaves. Even the weather, all of it lies beyond your reach, and yet you cling to them. This is where the core Stoic principle begins. Some things are up to us and some things are not. Epictetus said it best. Some things are in our control and others are not. The key to happiness lies in knowing the difference. To the Stoics, life is divided into two realms, what you can control and what you cannot. And wisdom, true inner wisdom, is knowing the boundary between the two. 1. What you can control. Here's what truly belongs to you. Your thoughts, your reactions, your decisions, your values, your actions. These are within your domain. No one, no circumstance can ever take them from you. They form what the Stoics called your inner fortress. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." It's not the event that disturbs you, but the meaning you attach to it. It's not the insult that hurts, but your reaction to it. The outside world cannot control your peace unless you give it permission to. 2. What you cannot control. Then comes the other side and everything beyond your grasp. Other people's opinions. The weather. The past. Random events. Outcomes. These lie outside your influence. But this is exactly where the human mind often fails, because it craves control. It wants to own, to direct, to dictate, and that's where peace disappears. You spend your energy on what cannot be changed and you exhaust your soul. Think of yourself as the captain of a ship. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. The sea will move as it wishes. Your job is only to steer with wisdom and calm. 3. True freedom. To the Stoics, freedom isn't about controlling the world. It's about mastering your inner world. Someone may try to anger you, but it's not their action that traps you. It's your reaction that does. An event might disappoint you, but it's not the event that hurts. It's your expectation of how it should have been. Here lies Stoic awareness. You pause and ask, is this within my control? If the answer is no, release it. If it's yes, act in this, but act with peace, not frustration. Or practicing the Stoic balance. When something bothers you, take a deep breath and ask, is this up to me? If not, let it go. When someone angers you, remember, you can only control your reaction, not their behavior. When life doesn't go your way, focus on effort, not outcome. Do your best, then rest. This simple awareness brings you back to center. The things you can't control no longer dominate your emotions, because your focus returns to the only thing that's ever truly yours, yourself. 5. Closing reflection. Stoic wisdom isn't about changing the world. It's about not letting the world change you. Life will test you. People will disappoint you. Situations will shift, but none of that defines your peace unless you let it. Remember this simple truth. The only thing truly in your control is your own mind. When you understand this, the noise quiets, because your battle is no longer with the world. It's within you. And once you win that inner battle, no storm can shake your peace again. When life moves beyond your control, a Stoic perspective. Things happen that you didn't plan. You miss the bus. Someone speaks harshly. A plan falls apart. A moment that was supposed to be calm turns into chaos. And your first reaction? Frustration. Because the mind whispers, it wasn't supposed to be this way. But that whisper, that resistance, is exactly where suffering begins. The Stoics taught us that peace is not found in controlling life, but in controlling our response to life. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You cannot stop the rain, but you can decide whether to curse it or walk through it with calm acceptance. You cannot control how others treat you, but you can control how much space you give their words inside your mind. Focus only on what belongs to you and release what does not." 1. When things go wrong. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You can't move forward, you're running late, and stress builds in your chest. But pause for a moment. Ask yourself, can I control this? The answer is no. So why suffer twice? Once from the delay and again from your resistance to it. The Stoic response is not passive. It's active acceptance. You don't give up. You simply stop fighting what already is. Turn the moment into practice. Breathe, observe, remind yourself, the traffic is not within my control. But my attitude is. In that instant, you become free, not from the situation, but from its power over you. 2. When people disappoint you, people will lie, break promises, or act unfairly. That's part of being human. But Stoicism teaches you can't control another's character, only your own. Epictetus said, "It is not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them." When someone treats you unjustly, remember they act according to their nature, not yours. Don't let their behavior drag you down to their level. Respond with calm, not chaos. That's strength, not silence, but self-control. 3. When plans collapse. You prepare, you work hard, you expect a result, but things don't go your way. The Stoic doesn't despair, he adapts. Because outcomes are never guaranteed and only effort is. Control what you can. Your preparation, your patience, your persistence. The rest accept it as it comes. Seneca once said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. When plans fail, it's not the end. It's a lesson, a test of resilience." The Stoic doesn't ask, "Why me?" He asks, "What can I learn from this?" 4. The practice of letting go. In daily life, countless things will slip through your hands. Time, opportunities, people, moments. Trying to control everything only exhausts you. Letting go is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's choosing peace over chaos. When something happens beyond your control, say to yourself, "This is not my burden to carry." Then focus your energy on what is still within your reach. Your mindset, your actions, your choices. Because the world outside is unpredictable, but the world inside you can remain still. 5. Closing reflection. Life will never fully obey you, and that's okay. Because Stoicism isn't about controlling the universe. It's about controlling your reaction to it. So the next time something unexpected happens, pause. Don't curse it. Don't fight it. Simply ask, is this within my control? If yes, act wisely. If no, accept it gracefully. That's how you turn every moment, even the difficult ones, into an opportunity for peace. Because when you stop trying to control everything, you finally begin to control yourself. And that is where true freedom begins. The Stoic approach to managing stress and anxiety. Stress often comes from seeking peace outside ourselves. We aim to control people, outcomes and events, chasing perfection, but our expectations don't always match reality. Modern psychology views stress as an involuntary response to pressure, while the Stoics recognize it's our thoughts about events that cause discomfort. Epictetus stated 2 millennia ago, "Our thoughts about events are the source of stress, not the events themselves." By reframing your thoughts, you can choose your perspective and live a more balanced life. Mindfulness is an essential aspect of both Stoicism and modern psychology. It helps you stay present and observe your thoughts without getting lost in them. Marcus Aurelius, an ancient Roman emperor, advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This reminds us that stress is not caused by external things, but by our imagination misusing our emotions. An anxiety-driven mind frequently jumps to the future, fearing failure and potential problems. However, our anxiety is often unfounded and stem from imagined fears. The Stoic approach helps you live in the present, focusing on what you can control rather than the future you worry about. Seneca suggested, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Our anxiety often stems from an exaggerated imagination, but our real problems come from reality. The solution is to observe your thoughts and respond with reason. By mastering mindfulness, you can learn to accept and act according to your inner values, reducing stress and anxiety to a peace that feels natural. In summary, Stoicism and psychology agree on one core principle. You can't always control what happens, but you can always control how you interpret it. By being present, observing your thoughts, and acting according to your values, you can break free from stress and anxiety and live a balanced life. Stoic meditation and mindfulness practice. Before we end, take a moment to pause. Life moves fast. Thoughts rush by. Stress rises. Anxiety whispers in your mind, pulling you toward fear, frustration, and tension. And yet, there is one place you can always return to: your own mind. The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that peace does not come from controlling the world, it comes from mastering your inner world. Marcus Aurelius, surrounded by the chaos of an empire, wrote daily in his meditations, reminding himself that the mind is the only true domain we fully control. Even a few minutes of focused attention each day can restore calm and clarity. It's not complicated. It doesn't require anything but your presence. So let's practice this together, slowly, mindfully. Sit or stand comfortably. Close your eyes if you can. Let your body relax. Take a slow, deep breath in through the nose, filling the lungs completely. Hold it for a moment, then exhale gently through the mouth, releasing tension. Repeat this twice more. Now, as you breathe naturally, bring your awareness inward. Notice your thoughts. They may come quickly: memories, worries, plans, judgments. Don't fight them. Don't push them away. Simply observe them as a Stoic would, with calm, with curiosity, without attachment. Ask yourself quietly, which of these things are within my control? Some thoughts, some worries, some emotions, then they are. You can act on them, change your perception, adjust your behavior, respond wisely. Others, the opinions of others, the past, outcomes you cannot influence. These are not under your power. Visualize placing everything outside your control into a box. Let it drift away. You don't need to carry it. It is not yours to hold. Focus instead on your center, your breath, your posture, your clarity. This is your true domain. Notice the difference. Feel the shoulders releasing tension, the chest softening, the mind slowing. Even a few minutes of this practice changes the state of your inner world. Now imagine a situation in your life that recently caused stress or anxiety. Visualize it clearly, but remain outside the emotion. Observe it. Ask yourself again, what can I control in this situation? Maybe it's your response. Maybe it's a small action you can take. Focus only on that. Let it go gently, like a leaf floating down a stream. The Stoics called this the circle of control. Modern psychology calls it mindfulness. Both point to the same truth. Peace is not about removing life's challenges, but about responding to them with clarity and presence. Breathe deeply. Inhale calm, exhale tension. With each breath, anchor yourself in the present. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. Right now is all you truly have. Right now is your power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. Let this idea settle. Let it anchor you. Even when your thoughts wander, return gently to your breath. Even when emotion rises, observe it without being swept away. Acknowledge it, and then bring your focus back to what you can control. This short daily practice, in even 5 minutes, strengthens your inner fortress. It trains you to face life calmly, to respond with wisdom, not reactivity. It reminds you that your mind is your sanctuary, and peace is always waiting inside. Now slowly bring your awareness back to the room. Open your eyes. Feel the space around you, the weight of your body, the rhythm of your breath. Carry this presence with you. Carry this clarity into the rest of your day. Whenever stress appears again, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it is, act wisely. If it is not, release it. Return to your center. Return to your circle of control. The world will always be unpredictable. People will always act beyond your expectations. Plans will fail and life will test you, but in every moment you can choose how to respond. This is Stoic mindfulness in practice. Calm, attentive, present. Not escape from life, but mastery of yourself. The storms may rage outside, but your inner sanctuary remains untouched. Take one final deep breath now. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Remember, your mind is your domain. Your response is your power. Your peace is your choice.